Hey guys, it's Breezy Gaming TV here. I didn't notice that you guys are already watching my video. Crap, I was just trying to paint a nice karambit on the wall, man. Feels bad, man. Alright, but welcome to my video. In this video, I'm gonna talk about the best flashbang in the game. Best nade in the game, Flashbang. Arguably the best, probably the second best, or maybe third best, depending on how you sort them. But I think that it's crucial. Like I depend a lot on it, and I agree that, and I admit it that I kind of overuse it and over depend on it. But it's been my favorite nade so far in this game, CS:GO. Obviously, the smoke is probably the best one, but then the flashbang is what helps you set up your teammates for success, help yourself for success, and all that. For $200, it's really worth the investment. So normally on the second buy round, I get a P250, full arbor, and get a flashbang for a total of 1500 on the first buy because it helps you. It will help you get kills and stuff like that. So it's a very good tool. In this video, I'm gonna talk about a few parts. I think four parts. The first part, basic mechanics and basic physics of the flashbang, like how to use it and what it looks like in game when you throw a flashbang and various ways to throw a flashbang. Two, I'm gonna show you some examples of how you could use a flashbang. For an example, depending on where the enemies could be coming from on CT side or even T side, it really depends on how you want to bring it up to. In this case, I'm just gonna show CT since I'm already CT. Number three, I'm gonna show you various ways of utilizing a flash through a pop flash. So a pop flash, I'm going to show you some pop flash and also talk about what exactly is a pop flash so people can understand what it means. Number four, I'm going to show you some the extra tips and the finishing note for this video. So number one, let's start with the mechanics, the basic mechanics of a flashbang. Okay, a flashbang is a very unique kind of grenade in this game because it blinds your enemies and also muffles down their noise, like how they hear on the headphones, right? If you throw a flash right here, I don't even hear myself running for a bit, So it kind of blinds not only your eyes but also your ears also will be you won't be hearing as well as you would be normally if you're not blinded. So it's a great tool. So now let's talk about the various ways you can throw a flash grenade. A flash grenade, you can throw it by just a left click. Goes pretty far, right? You can throw with a left and a right click. As you notice, my left hand on the view model on my screen, the left hand moves a little bit and comes closer to my body. If I let both buttons go, it I'd say middle range. And if I just use the right click right here and I let it go, it's really close to me. So these are the three various ways that you can throw a flashbang. Now what's cooler in this game is that your body movements and the physics, sorry, actually matters when you throw a flashbang. So if you're just standing still and throwing a flashbang, it goes to this distance right here, okay? But if you are running and throwing a flashbang, notice what happens? It goes further than my original throw. So your movement matters in this game when you're throwing a grenade. Any grenade, that's why I use the word grenade because it's not just flash. Nade as well. Uh, Smoke as well. Right? See, my movement is affected by that. So, and also another thing is crouch throw too. It throws lower. If you jump throw, it jumps higher. If you press left, if you go to the left, you press A and you throw, it throws a little bit to the left. You press right and throw, it throws to the right. So your movement matters in this game when you're throwing a grenade. So what's cool is that imagine that you want to flash, mid, jump throw, and that flashes in the middle, boost, all that, right? So incorporate, if you know how the physics of this game works and the mechanics and the movements of the game works, then you'll be an adept and you'll slowly be an expert at throwing flashbangs and grenades. All right, I'm talking about mostly about flashbang because I find that it's you need it in this game, seriously. Alright, so now that I explained the movements and how to throw a flashbang and various ways of throw a flashbang, right? Now I'm going to show you some examples of where we could throw flashbangs depending on where the enemy could be coming from, or if you're just trying to get information for the team. Alright, so this is my second point right here. Imagine I want to throw a flash into A main. There are various ways to throw it in it, right? I can throw a left click. Alright, notice that I can also use a left and right click to throw inside a main, or if I know they're already close, then I can just use a right click to flash a main. So notice that the first one, pretty deep, it gets anyone inside a main except for the guy hiding here. The second one is pretty close, like knowing that they might be kind of close already, and the other one is a kind of surprise flash, which is a pop flash, which I'll talk later on the next episode. Nah, just kidding. Just right after this, alright? So now, like, I'm just showing you an example of how your flash could be used. So, notice that there are various ways to throw a flash for similar reasons or similar conclusions, like what the end result would be, okay? So that's why if you want, like, let's say if I'm playing B right now, I'm playing B, if I want to flash into B main, I can throw a flash like that to B main. Okay, throw a left click and right click, not like that, not like this. Or can just throw a right click in it, depending on the distance I am and also for my different intentions. Alright, so now you see the examples of how it could be used. So a flashbang could be used as such a fashion. It could also be used, example, as an entry. If you're trying to get into a bomb site, you throw this flashbang, right, and then you try to get into the bomb site, right? So it could also be used to, you know, to throw it anywhere that you want to throw it, alright? Now, I'm going to talk about a pop flash. So what's a pop flash? A pop flash is when the enemy has no time to react when the flashbang pops. That's why we call it pop flash. So an example of pop flash, the first one that I did is similar to kind of a pop flash, right? So if I throw a flashbang like this, notice that it really pops as soon as it hits a main. So unless you have really godly reactions, you won't be able to react to it, okay? So that's a pop flash. So another example of a pop flash, we can even throw a pop flash from here, right? That's kind of a pop flash. Okay, actually it's supposed to be a little bit further, I think. Yep. That's a pop flash as well. See, notice that it pops right here, and the enemies won't have much time to react to it. Imagine if they're even closer and they're trying to set up a bomb take, right? So that's another way to do a pop flash. Also, now let's talk about maybe another topic, the self pop flash. So a lot of people do these kind of, they flash like that and then they peek. So that's a self pop flash, right? A self pop flash is done when you peek as soon as the flashbang pops. So you'll probably get partially flash from it, but not fully. So if you throw it like that and you move into it, right, the enemies will get flashed, but you won't. Right? So it's all about timing. If you go too early and the enemies didn't turn around, they're likely gonna spray and kill you. If they have an opper, they're just gonna pre-fire you and try to kill you, alright? So it's all about timing. You gotta wait. You should wait till the flash pops before actually peeking, but definitely that's depending on how you play. It's your style, okay? Pop flash doesn't have to be always used like that, like through a wall. It could always be like used like that. Right? Really depends on how your playstyle is or what your motive is. Again, alright, it's very tailored. A flashbang is very tailored. Now I want to talk about some points of how you should use your flashbang. So now we're into the tips section, okay? The mini tips, it's where I talk and I don't do much in game. Yes. So a flashbang should be used mostly for one, gaining information. So sometimes maybe if they're in A main and you throw a flashbang like that, and you have a teammate close, let's say like here, and as soon as your flashbang pops and you hear people running back, you're like, oh shit, so they got scared by my flashbang. So you call to your team and formation. hey guys, they're A main. So which helps a lot to your team. For information. 2. A flashbang could use to stop a rush. Imagine that they're coming. Imagine that they're smoking truck and your teammate calls that they're running out. Then you can always flash them like that. Or you can flash them over like this. Right? Look at that. This flash is in the middle here. This flash in the middle here. So they'll likely get blinded. Or I can just do a jump throw. Oy, oy, oy. I can do a jump throw like that. And they're gonna get flashed, right? There's a lot of ways to prevent enemies from coming to your bomb site, which I am a little bit disappointed because I don't see a lot of people flashing enemies coming in a bomb site. They just let them come in and everyone dies. So these are the ways to utilize a flashbang. Like I mentioned earlier, the ways of using a flashbang could also be to kill an enemy. When you flash bang an enemy and you kill them, right? That's basic. Now another way that you can use a flashbang is to support your teammate. I've had a video in this in the past of how to support teammates. So let's say I'm throwing a flashbang into A main right here. It pops in A main, right? In this case, I won't throw it in this angle because I want my teammate to peek it. So if I throw it like that, see, it still pops inside A main, but I might have a teammate here waiting for my flash to pop, and then when it pops, he gets in to kill the enemy, and that's supporting him because he's in a favorable position to peek A main, but I'm in a favorable position to throw a flash for him. So that means supporting your teammate. And that could also be for CT, that could be for T, right? So let's say I have a teammate right here waiting to push out, and I am the one who's throwing the flash like this. So when it pops, he's gonna get in the bomb site. So that's how you use your flashbangs, alright? So that's it for my video. I'm just want to explain exactly like what's a flashbang, what you can use it for, how it could be used. So this is really the basics of a flashbang. It's not an advanced tutorial. Advanced tutorial I might do one later on when I get more popular. Right now I'm just floating around the under 300. I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm really not. But I'm happy with the progress I've been doing. I've been only doing this for maybe just more than a year, and I'm really happy. So glad to have you guys aboard. If you like this video, like it. If you'd like to subscribe and see more content from me, that'll be great. Just hit the subscribe button and hit the notification. I do try to make videos once a week at least with highlights and also guides and tutorials. Well, thank you so much, guys. See you in the next video. As always, try to subscribe to my channel. Take care, guys.